All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praise, glory, honor goes to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, for giving us this truth. Double honor to all the elders teaching on the four corners of the earth, teaching in truth and sincerity to you. I say shalom. Brother Khan from the set of the Lions of Judah, Jeshurun, here in Chicago. To you, I say shalom. And my colleague, Yaradan Malak. So today we're going to cover the Haitian Revolution, the independence of the people who you know as Haitian people, which are the tribe of Levi according to the Bible. Okay, we're gonna cover everything as far as like the history of our people, man. Okay, because without this tribe, you know, our people are looking like a bunch of, you know, what I'm saying, I'm gonna put it like this: our people are looking unwarriorable. They don't look like warriors without this tribe. Okay, because you know our people we tried to escape and go back to Africa, you know, but the tribe of Levi, they fought for their independence, man, and their freedom for the most part. All
Come,
right, so they make all the tribes look good right now. That's what I'm trying to say. They make all the tribes look good, man. Okay, because the tribe of Judah is like a lion's whelp. All right, we tried with the Black Panthers and we did good things. I'm not knocking my tribe, you know what I'm saying? But the tribe of Levi, them brothers was on the forefront, okay? And they stood up for what they believe. Okay, we still in captivity now because we haven't been redeemed, okay, from Esau because we waiting on Yahweh Shah to come back. All right. So that's when we will be getting our true redemption from our true salvation when Yahweh Shah come back. Okay, so before we start, could you get Psalms 94, verse 16?
I got you.
All right. Okay. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 16, and it reads, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? All right. So we trying to re-educate our people to wake up to their nationality, to rise up against the enemy, man. All right.
Come,
Because we living in the last days, man. We have to come back to these laws and defend ourselves spiritually, man, from the
hey,
wickedness
so,
of the
y'all,
hands of evil.
y'all can hear me? You can hear me?
Con, yeah, con, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Y'all got it. I just thought I heard an echo or something on my end. I was just making sure everything was everything.
Con, con. So let me get that again. Psalms 94, verse 16. It say, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity, man? Okay. So that's what we doing, man, here in these last days, man. We commemorating our ancestors, man. Okay, from the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Okay. And like I said, the Haitians, they played a critical part in our history, man. You know, so you could play that video out if you want.
Largest ever slave revolt in history that succeeded where Spartacus and Rome had failed 2,073 years ago. Alright, now let's start with a nice exposition to this event. I'm going to start in 1492. I could start much earlier, but that would probably be quite boring for 90% of the people watching this. So let's stick with 1492. Now, I'm sure you're aware of what happened in 1492, you know, when Mr. Genocide himself, Christopher Columbus, landed what is now Haiti, you know, in the first voyage to the New World. Christopher Columbus would name the island Spanish Island. Not very creative. I mean, he wasn't really good at anything, let's just be honest, which would be shortened into just Spanish, or in the Latin, Hispaniola, which is where we get the name for the island, Hispaniola. Fast forward a bit, in 1664, the French West India Company, which was created like 5 minutes ago, claimed the western half of the island, and Spain and France would eventually sign a treaty in 1697, officially making the western half under French control and naming it Saint Dominique. Soon after, from encouragements of the French crown, planters started to grow tobacco, indigo, cotton, and cocoa. This began the large shipment of slaves to the island to work these plantations, but the population would really begin to grow when the crop that made this colony would become popular: sugar. By this time, Saint Dominique would become the most profitable French colony by far, and one of the most bearing of any European colony at this time. This tiny island would account for almost the same amount of profit as the entire bulk of supplies shipped from the 13 colonies to Great Britain. Saint Dominique would account for 60% of the world's coffee and 40% of its sugar. Several million people of the 25 million that lived in the Kingdom of France in 1789 were completely dependent upon this island to maintain their livelihood directly and indirectly. Now, I'm telling you all these little details to really give you an idea of just how important this colony was to France and the significance the revolution would have in time to come. Yearly, tens of thousands of slaves would be imported into Haiti, and the whole slaves get treated better than workers because the property principle then apply, as at least 50% of slaves would die within a year of arriving to the island due to yellow fever alone. This encouraged slave owners to work their slaves to death while providing the absolute most minuscule amounts of food and arrangements as possible. The death rate far outnumbered the birth rate, so the trade of slaves from Africa had to compensate for that, meaning most slaves were African-born. Due to this, and also the fact that due to the way that slaves were transported, a lot of the time they were grouped together by their region of origin, meant that slaves were able to maintain a lot of their language, religion, and culture. Now, to give you an idea of the atmosphere, essentially nobody on this island got along. They all pretty much hated each other, every single group. The aristocratic, wealthy whites and the poor whites despised each other. The whites from France saw the local-born whites as degenerates. Mulattoes hated blacks and envied the whites. Freed black slaves would abuse enslaved blacks who envied them. Local-born blacks saw African-born blacks as savages, etc. But keep something in mind that was very important, and that's that blacks outnumbered the colonists 10 to 1. And this is something the colonists were very well aware of, and it put them in a perpetual state of intense paranoia for obvious reasons. There were many who saw an impending revolution by the slaves in the future, one of the many signs of which was when the revolutionary French government passed legislation granting citizenship for the wealthy among free people of color in 1791, which the colonial masters did not comply with nor recognize. In this year, yes, finally, we get to where the actual revolution starts. I know, this is kind of what it's been climaxing to the entire time, but here we go. On a late August night, many slaves who had accumulated influence in their respective plantations had organized together for slaves. Keep in mind that any practicing of voodoo was suppressed in Haiti, so this was an act of pure rebellion. The ritual was led by an escaped Jamaican Maroon leader and voodoo priest, Duty Boukman. Now, a Maroon is a escaped slave.
Hey, I got a precept, but I pause it for a minute
It all
because
sounds
it said that our people was going off into voodoo. All right. Go to the book of Genesis, Salakia. Genesis chapter. You know the scripture where it say Simeon, okay, Genesis chapter 49, verse 5. Because you know, the tribe of Levi are the priests, okay? But ever since we broke God's commandments, we was put on the bottom, you know what I'm saying? And they started doing witchcraft and voodoo, man. So it reads, Genesis 49, verse 5. It says, Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their inhabitation, man. And that's what you call voodoo, man. Okay? And witchcraft. So the Bible say instruments of cruelty are in their inhabitation. All right, you got it out.
Yeah, man, that's what all that the hoodoo voodoo, man, people be into, man. And then look, Shalaki, it's no wonder that you know, the Most High called it a broth of abominable things, a broth of abominable things. That's that gumbo or that seafood broil that those Haitian people eat when they get down there with the Creoles and all that down there in New Orleans. in New Orleans and in Miami. You know what I'm saying? You got your thing muted out. But yeah, man, yeah,
Salaki.
they be eating that seafood broil, man. Hey, y'all they call it a seafood broil, seafood boil, but the Most High call it a broth of abominable things.
Con. Hey, pull
You
it up
know what I'm
again.
saying?
Simeon and Levi are brethren. Let me read that one more time for the edification. Genesis 49, verse 5, and it reads, Simeon and Levi, who is Simeon? The Dominicans. Who is Levi? The Haitians. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in their habitation. Okay, so the instruments is the voodoo, the witchcraft that they do, and all the abominable things. God. So you got it from there.
Huh.
You can keep playing.
No, yeah, the Dominicans be deep and heavy into that Santa Maria, where they be praying to them idols. You know what I'm
God,
saying? The idols bless them and protect them and shield them from death and all this wicked witchery and whatnot. But
We're
God,
running a 2 on the savage scale, all right? This is going to go up to like at least an 11 later on, so be prepared. Dudi Bukman and his several hundred slave leaders have been meticulously strategizing and recruiting for months, creating a vast network of slaves prior to executing their planned revolt. The following night, in the north, Dudi Bukman would start by burning plantations and violently dragging whites out of their homes to be gruesomely murdered. The slaves are ready to get revenge for their lifetimes of torture and misery by raping and mutilating the colonial whites. Dudi Bukman and his men went plantation to plantation in the north, recruiting any slave who they freed. The following month would see a desperate retaliation by white colonialists, but this did not stop the slaves from controlling a third of Haiti at this point.
hey, Shalaki, look, that reminds me, the scriptures say the Lord is a man of war, right?
God.
All right, so if the Lord is a man of war, when it's time to go to battle, his the opposition. Once we overpower the opposition, what does what goes on? Either two things happen, man. With the opposition, you either gonna surrender and be a slave, or you gonna fight to the death and die. And that's how the Most High. That's how I believe it's gonna be in the future. I was just thinking about, we get our spiritual powers hopefully in the future. What I'm saying, Most High willing, we up that number, man. But I was just thinking if we
God.
get our spiritual powers, man. When we get to fight, you might want to be like, all right, I'm gonna give you guys one chance, man. Surrender and be a slave or die fighting. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. You see how them how the Most High had the spirit on these brothers to set the example, man. Because this was back in history. Okay, this wasn't too far back in history, but it was a little bit back in time. So it was just some for the Most High to show us an example, man, of war, man. You know what I'm saying? War and indignation. These people had indignation. So they say they mercilessly carried the people out of the houses and beat them and raped them and did everything, whatever else they said they did. You know?
By this time, the French Revolution had already occurred, and the new Republican government granted full rights and citizenships to freed slaves. The consul would send Léger Félicité Sonthonax with 6,000 French troops to Haiti. He would free all the slaves of northern Saint-Dominique and later all of Haiti. Sonthonax was obviously not very liked by the white colonialists, but to him they were seen as royalists anyway, loyal to the previous French crown. In 1793, France would declare war on Great Britain, but Saint Dominique's colonialists would declare their allegiance to Great Britain as they felt they would preserve slavery. The French
And
would
that
know shouting the line
Salakia, that word Saint Dominique, that's Dominican Republic, I believe. And I believe is a French word to it at that. So that proves that they conquered the Dominicans, man.
Come.
slaves when the English arrived. The English were pro-slavery and spread enslavement everywhere they went, but they were also allied with the Spanish, who were largely welcomed by the Haitians. Le Cap, the colonial capital of northern Saint-Domingue, was raised and occupied by the Haitian slaves. Now I'm sure you're wondering where your boy Toussaint Levator is at during all this, so let me go right to that. A very ambitious Haitian general, a particularly awesome strategist, Toussaint Levator, a genuine savage, would change the future of Haiti. A man with a backstory so crazy you can't even make it up. He was a grandson of a king of a great West African kingdom called Alada, which had now become ravaged by the European and Arab slave trade.
That sound like Judah.
Levator was born a slave, but
You hear me?
educated by his godfather and developed a taste
Salakia, hey, rewind that back. That sound like Judah. Judah.
All right, hold on. I
Salakia.
got Hold on.
He was a former slave. He was fluent in both Haitian Creole and formal French, but showed his European influence, such as Machiavelli, and was influenced by the storage by the European and Arab slave trades. Toussaint Levator was born a slave, but educated by his godfather and developed a taste for European great writers. A particularly awesome strategist, Toussaint Levator, a genuine savage, would change the future of Haiti. A man with a backstory so crazy you can't even make it up. He was a
Exactly, because we the Jews.
West African kingdom called Alada, which
That's
is now
Judah.
ravaged by the European and Arab slave trades. Toussaint Levator was
Salakia, pause it. Go back and pause it. Because he said a crazy backstory. You see what I'm saying? Look, right there. Showing the kingdom of Judah. I believe that's the kingdom of Judah. You see that?
You can't even make it up. He was a grandson of a king of a great West African kingdom called Alada, which had now become
Okay, Salaki, he's the grandson of a king.
Levator was born a slave, but educated by his godfather and developed a taste for European great writers such as Machiavelli, and was influenced by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who was a former slave. He was fluent in both Haitian Creole and formal French, but showed his European influence by maintaining himself a staunch Roman Catholic. Now, just after hearing this, I'm sure you've been bamboozled by this Enlightenment-influenced slave, but I'm going to keep going, and this is going to get even better. Toussaint would have a Spanish officer commission him, and he would be recruited into the Spanish military. He would work with the Haitian rebels and become an abolitionist as he proved himself a skilled tactician in his battles against the French. Toussaint would rise to the ranks, and he would be knighted under the Order of Saint Isabella. Following a great speech made by Toussaint on the subject of abolition, the French government would abolish all slavery in the colonies. A Frenchman in the Republican government would say on their opinion to abolition in 1795, as representatives of the French people, until now our decrees of liberty have been selfish and only for ourselves. But today we proclaim to the universe and generations to come will glory in this decree. We are proclaiming universal liberty. We are working for future generations. Let us launch liberty into the colonies. The English are dead today. After seeing the abolition,
We're gonna cover everything as far as like the
by the
history of
Spanish
our
military,
people, man.
the autonomy Toussaint had over
Because
Saint-Domingue,
without this
he was
tribe,
put to
you
the
know,
French military
our
and
people are
quickly
looking like a bunch of,
out of the island. By this point in 1794, the British were losing thousands of
but
men
like this,
in
our
Europe.
people are looking unwarriorable. They don't look like warriors without this tribe, okay? Because, you know, our people, we tried to escape and go back to Africa, you know, but that's it on the ark. Can you hear me?
Shalaki, you had something playing in the background.
Khan, Salakia, my bad.
And their control of Saint-Domingue had been drawn back to Port-au-Prince. Yet more and more British troops would be sent, and what would be called the Great Push. Sounds a little bit like the Surge, huh? But the vast majority of these troops would die gruesomely by intense sickness of the yellow fever. There was a large call for withdrawal from Saint-Domingue, as 10,000 men who had recently arrived were already dead with no progress made for the British. Toussaint's reputation and he revealed to the British his well-equipped Haitian soldiers, trained to the level of any European army, with his attempted siege of Fort Churchill. The British soon after would meet with Levator to agree with their withdrawal from Port-au-Prince and later Saint-Domingue, under intense favor to do so. Toussaint, along with overseeing this, agreed with the British he wouldn't support any slave rebellions in nearby Jamaica. In 1797, France and the United States were engaged in a quasi-war, with the U.S. providing aid to Toussaint in his conquest of the French-controlled Saint-Domingue, leaving Toussaint to rule Haiti effectively as a dictator. He still theoretically maintained allegiance to the French, however. In 1801, Toussaint Louverture would declare a constitution for Saint-Domingue, making him governor for life. He invaded the Spanish-controlled colony of Hispaniola, Santo Domingo, freeing all the slaves it contained and governing it as well. Still in the same year, Napoleon Bonaparte, now in power, would send an expeditionary force to Saint-Domingue to return the newly found black state back to French possession. The French had a secret order to restore slavery to the island, and were assisted by former defeated enemies of Toussaint, which led mulatto forces alongside the French. In 1802, the French forces arrived at the city of Le Cap and demanded the surrender of the Haitians to the Republic. After they did not comply, the French subsequently attempted to take over the city, but the Haitians destroyed and sacked it themselves before any value could be attained from it. Toussaint wished to maintain a strict scorched earth strategy and reduce Haiti to living hell if necessary. The Haitians continuously defeated battalions of French soldiers who attempted to siege their primary fortress. Utilizing a system of artillery and musketmen overlooking a moat led to devastating results, as the Haitian resistance saw themselves upholding the values of the French Revolution, and the soldiers fighting them found themselves less and less motivated against brave men chanting the ballads of the Revolution and speaking of liberté universelle. Eventually, though, Louverture agreed to surrender his men to the French armed forces in return for slavery not being reinstituted and his freedom. Toussaint, however, had been deceived into a trap, and he was shipped to France where he would be executed. A man worth 1,000 generals, dying like a common prisoner, ending this amazing saga of a life. Saint-Domingue was now under Napoleon's control, but the majority of French forces on the island were killed by yellow fever. You're starting to see a pattern here, I imagine. And the bulk of those remaining were Polish, many of whom defected to join the Haitian resistance. Now here's where you might get a little bit confused with all the new Haitian states that are about to come into place. So the first founding father, Toussaint Levator, tried to create his independent Saint-Domingue state, which was captured by the French. Then in 1805, France would get Santo Domingo and the treaty with Spain, but Jacques I, the successor of Louverture, would conquer both sides of the island, declaring himself emperor of the First Haitian Empire. He would rule from 1804 to 1806, when he'd be assassinated, leading to the Northern Haitian state led by President Henry Christophe, who would later convert his republic into a kingdom, naming himself king. The Southern Republic of Haiti was led by President for life, Alexandre Pétion. Now, this is where the revolution ends, and I'm not going to continue with this story, where Hispaniola is the scene of various leaders and states playing musical chairs with their control of the island. I'm just going to end it here, but the true purpose of this story is the revolution led by Toussaint Louverture. Just think of how this story could have really ended for the better, what Haiti really could have been. And I would encourage you, if you're interested, to look into what happened to Haiti after these events. Oh well. Get ready for the next episode coming up, Polynesia. Largest ever.
Con. So that's it on that.
Yeah.
Con. Get Revelation chapter 13, verse 9. We just gonna go into it because it would be a payback, okay, for what they did for what they did to our people, man. You know, all we wanted to be is free from slavery. We wanted to be free from slavery, but we understood that we had to go through, you know what I'm saying, slavery because we broke the commandments of the Most High. But now it's going to return back on our enemies. All right. So they're going to go into slavery. Okay. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9. And it reads, "If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints." Okay, so the same way that they brought us on slave ships, they're gonna be brought on slave ships as our captives. Okay.
Con.
You got a precept?
Salaki, no, I was just thinking about the concept of the carnal concept of karma, man. You know, you're gonna reap
God,
what you sow. What goes around comes around. You know,
that's
so like
right.
that's just basic natural common laws, man, universal laws. All right. So hey, if you put wickedness out there, wickedness gonna come back to you, man. The wages of sin
Right.
is death.
God,
All right. So you know you want to put rape, robbery, and murder and slavery. And matter of fact, hey, that's why you have. That's why the scriptures. Let me see if I can find that, man. Shalaki.
I got a precept too.
Where it say you have a shot gonna put captivity in captivity. It say he puts captivity in captivity. I believe it's in the Psalms or something.
God, I got a
You know,
precept. You don't got to show it up there if you don't want to though.
go ahead,
Uh,
you got it.
just the book of Psalms, chapter 2, verse 8, and it reads, "Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance,
Come,
and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession." So we're gonna take them and bring them to their place, man. For what for giving the Haitians so much hell, man. All right. Because that wasn't easy for our brothers to do, man. Just to, you know what I'm saying, take them Edomites out like that. You know, that was a hard task. You know what I'm saying? We didn't even the tribe of Judah didn't even take down Esau here in America. But the
come,
brothers they fought for their they fought for their liberation, man. All right. That's not an easy task, man. But those brothers they knew the land. They knew the land, man. But go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
come, and remember in Second Ezra, chapter 6, when he say, why don't we possess an inheritance with them, with the heathen, because they got our earth, right? The earth was made for us, right? You know what
God,
I'm saying? So, not only did they enslave us, not only did the nations jump on us and enslave us multiple times. Shalom or Prince of Paul, he put the precept up on. He put the precept Second Thessalonians, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Con, that's a beautiful
God,
scripture, man.
that's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And they destroyed our planet. You know, the nations jumped on us multiple times. So that's why the scripture, Revelation 18:11, say, and the nations were angry. And thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets,
That's
and
right.
to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, man, and shouldest destroy them which did Salakia, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth. You know, because I was just looking at some videos last night, man. You know, I was just looking at some videos last night with the. Oh no, they must have been Moabites because they sounded slow the way they was laughing. You know, so they
God,
were looking at the ice caps melting at Antarctica. I don't know where they was at. They was somewhere with some type of polar ice caps melting, and there was big glaciers falling into the water, melting. They was just laughing like, oh, like they was amazed by it. You know what I'm saying? These niggas destroyed the planet, man, our planet. You know what I'm
God.
saying?
I
We
got a
ain't even had a
precept,
chance
King.
to see it, go see it. They destroyed it, man. They gonna have to pay for that, man.
That's right. If you could, Baba Kushad, get the book of Psalms 49, verse 11. Because, you know what I'm saying, that's going into how they destroyed the earth, man, by taking lands and naming them after themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they got to pay for that, man. Here it is. This was the land of the Native American Indians, man, the Gadites. And what did Esau do? He turned around and switched the names and stuff, man. But that goes back to Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, too. You know, you got it, King.
All right, let's say they're in with this the book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. The inward thought is their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, man.
God, so they think that they not gonna never get taken down.
You know what I'm saying? Like Washington, D.C. or the Washington Monument. You know what I'm saying? Trump just had a speech at the Washington Monument talking about America gonna stand forever. These monuments will never come down. Well, this gonna stand to all generations. He literally said that. That's how you know that the so-called white man is Lucifer. He's the one who exalts himself amongst the stars, amongst the thrones of God. Say he gonna be like the Most High. He talking about America gonna stand forever. They talking about God bless America, man. That's why, like Farrakhan say, man, God damn America. You know what I'm saying? He gonna blow America to smithereens off the face of the world, man. Cause Jake today ain't got it in him to go fight like we did in Haiti, like the Levites did in Haiti when they stood up.
That's right.
You know, Jake wanna buy Jordans, kill each other. Eve wanna be a busser. You
They
know what
want to
I'm saying?
Jake want to think he tough against his brother, but then when the enemy roll up on him, he ain't gonna fight back, man. You know, that's just like our people, man. That's just like our people. Get Daniel chapter 7, verse 25, Bob Shah. You see what the brother said? He said Esau think he gonna build back better. Okay, yeah, man. That's
Hey, the most
Malachi
high gonna
1
throw
and,
down.
1 and 4. You know what
The
I'm
most
saying?
high gonna throw down.
Come on.
You say Daniel 1 and 7?
7 to 25, Salakia.
Yeah, the most high gonna throw down with them when he get up with them, man.
Come on.
Hey, this the book of Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25. It
Bring it
say,
out.
and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hands until a time and times and a dividing time. That's why we stuck here for all these years, man. Silly. You know what I'm saying? Because we wanted to be wicked back then, our forefathers. And the reason I say why we wanted to be wicked back then, because we are our forefathers, which brought these curses upon us, man, that we got to deal with the basis and the most vilest of all mankind, of all humans, of all creation, you know what I'm saying, of all people, or to be on top of us, ruling over us. That's why Trump say, when the police a few years ago, man, he say, don't be gentle when you put niggas in the car, lock them up, man. Throw them niggas in there. Don't gradually put them in. Throw them niggas in there. You know what I'm saying? He was just basically telling the police, giving the police across America to go to beat and kill and arrest people more, man. Because you know
Come.
The Constitution said we 3/5 of a man. It's 2021 on Esau's calendar, and yeah, y'all celebrating it, and then you 3/5 of a man. So like, don't talk to me about nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about America, about none of that, man. No New Year's, no Christmas. You know what I'm saying? My mommy, my granny used to say it all the time. The devil is a lie. The devil is a liar, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why, hey, what they used to say in church, we're going to put our foot on the devil's neck. Like the song used to say, step on the devil's neck, man. We're going to really do that, man. That's a time that's really coming.
Con. Yup. And any one of you Negroes ain't down with it, you ain't fit for the kingdom. You ain't fit for the kingdom, man. All right? You not fit for the kingdom, man. Because the white man, he's changing times and laws, man. Okay, you think the New Year's, you think this the real New Year's, man. The real New Year's is March, late March, early April, man. That's the real New Year's, man. The New Year's is not in the dead of the winter, man. You got it out.
Hey, yeah, man. Anybody who ain't trying to rock with it, this the book of Luke, chapter 19 and verse 27. But those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. So if you ain't down with whatever the Hawashai's program is in these last and evil days, hey, you know how they say what God has is for me, it is for me. Well, some people ain't gonna step into their destiny because they gonna be too proud and caught up in their own ways, and this is sad. So you know, hey, I'll take your whatever you got. Bring them here. We finna bring you in
Con.
front of the Most High. You finna die.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? Just like, hey, uh, what Nat Turner would have did, Harriet Tubman. If you trying to get us bumped, we trying to sneak out of here and get free.
God, you would have got you would have got killed.
Yeah, you would have got. I think they say Harry Tubman had a shotgun.
Yeah. It'd be your life for my life, which means I ain't trying to die in slavery. I'm gonna sacrifice your life and get you on about the way before you get all of us killed. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
So that's what she was thinking. Matter of fact,
yeah.
pull up some of the pictures of the Haitians, the Haitian Revolution. I think they called it guerrilla warfare because they was getting down, man. They was getting down, man. Our people was getting down for this, you know. In Chicago, they say it's up there. You know what I'm saying? That means it's real. You know what I'm saying? It's for real. You know, that's how they was back in the day, man. You know, our people ain't got that mentality no more, man. Our people a bunch of soft, they a bunch of soft cowards, man. They ain't about it, man. They ain't about that, man. They ain't about that, man. For real. I got a precept. Deuteronomy 30, verse 7. You know, they ain't about that, bro. Look what we was doing to them devils, man. That's what oppression do to you, man. You working for free labor, man. Free labor. You start to get mad, irritated, upset. You start hanging Esau. Look how you hanging him. Look at the devil on the ladder. You see the devil by the ladder? Our people ain't playing with them, man. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 7, and it reads, "And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." Okay, so they persecuting our people, man. And this law is going to be in full effect when we get back to Israel, when we get back to the land of Yasha. It's going to be in full effect, man. We're not going to have no mercy on you Edomites. Okay? We're not going to have no mercy on you, man. Okay? Because you didn't have mercy on our people. All right? What goes around comes around. All right? What goes around comes around. All right? If you could you pull up Ecclesiastes 7:7, Bob Kushaw? Okay, so we're not going to play with no Edomites, man. Toussaint, what was the brother name? Toussaint. His grandfather was a king in Alada. I think they called it Alada, which we know that's Judah, man. So that proves that we the Jews, man. See, they try to see what Esau do. He tried to play on words, man. Switching up how to spell words and stuff like that, man. They playing with the word play, man. So you won't think that you a Jew, man. All right. That's the main reason why. But they gonna pay for that, man. He got the precept right here. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. All right. So surely oppression, man. We being oppressed, man. You got our people chained up, cuffed up. Hey, man, that ain't nobody gonna be happy about that, man. Okay. That's messing with people's freedom. Okay, we do know that the reason why we went through those curses because we didn't keep the commandments. Okay, but we at the end of ours. We at the end.
Salaki, but Esau was the hypocrite, man. Esau the hypocrite. You got more people, you got more Israelite men locked up here in Babylon than you have human beings locked up around the world put together, man.
That's right.
You could take all the people around the whole world that's locked up, and they still won't amount to the amount of niggas that's locked up here in America, man. So Esau was the hypocrite because he stole his land and killed everybody to get it and set up unjust law with all these injustices against the children of the Most High. You destroyed this land. Hey, we ready for the war to kick off. We ready for the scatter crack and for Michael and Yahweh Shai to fight on our behalf, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what the Most High tell Joshua, man? He say, be still. So like he tell Moses, he say, be still and watch the Lord move. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna have to go buy no guns, man, no damn army tanks and helicopters to try to fight against Esau to liberate ourselves. The
God,
Most High. That's what I was saying earlier. The Most High allowed these people to do it so they could show so they could just show us how we should be
how the
standing up
Most High
for
can get
ourselves.
down with us. Con,
Con, how to stand up for ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? And when we on one accord, we can have that power, man. But you know,
it's all about
Jake drunk, like I say, Jake drunk, and
Con,
it's gonna take for some divine intervention for the Most High to save you know, come down, save his elect from Jacob's trouble that's approaching.
Con, Con. I got a precept box. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 6, and it reads, "Ye were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you move Yahweh to wrath. Yea, Salaki, ye were delivered unto that you were delivered to you were delivered unto the enemies." Khan. So let me read that again. Baruch chapter 4, verse 6. Ye were sold to the nations not for your destruction, because you moved Yahweh to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies, man. So we were delivered unto the enemies, man. Okay, no way in hell Esau can just buddy us like that when we got the best fighters. Okay, we got the best entertainers, man. We matter of fact, we more healthier than Esau. That's why he poisoned us and put all that poison in our neighborhoods, man. All right. You got children, okay, 9 years old, going to the store buying honey buns and chips. Okay, that's destroying themselves, man. They supposed to be eating vegetables, fruit, okay,
Hey, Salaki.
fish, you know what I'm saying?
Um,
Herbs. Go ahead, Doc. You got it. Salak.
everything you see today, man, just about everything you see today, man, Jake made it. You know what I'm saying? But we know Esau had the patent. He got the patent office. So the slave masters got all the rights to all the inventions. Jake ain't never get paid for nothing, man. That's on my song called Nigga Named Red. When I say we invented everything, but Red's kids got the meals. Talking about the Edomites. We invented everything here in this modern world, man. You know what I'm saying? Helicopters, propellers, you know what I'm saying? Airplanes, doorknobs, and so on and so forth, man. The,
God,
invent- the inventions are innumerable, and that's why they got to pay, man. They didn't. That's why the Bible talk about they don't account of our labors. That's in James, man. That's in the
God,
book of James, man. You have a shadow brother, man. He say, y'all ain't never pay us no 40 acres in a mule or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
right?
They just
Got violence against our brother Jacob.
huh. Yeah,
Hey,
man.
Salaki, I got a precept. Can you pull up Baruch chapter 4, verse 25? You know, yeah, man, we coming at the end of this, man. For the violence against our brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, man. This people has did violence to us, man. They have violated us, man, as a race of people. And you got our people still want to hug them and love them, man. The Bible say never trust thine enemy. Never trust thine enemy, man. All right? Never trust your enemy. It's the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 25, and it reads, "My children,
Shalaga.
suffer," and it reads, "My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from God Yahweh. For thine enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and thou shalt tread upon his neck," man. And they're gonna be
Gone,
stumped out.
gone, Salakia.
Stumped out.
That go back to the song, man. Like we used to sing at church. Step on the devil's neck, man. So, hey,
Mhm.
who is the devil? Who is the main deceiver on the planet Earth today? The
God,
so-called white man.
that's right. So he gonna be stumped out. Hey, just like they did to the brother George Floyd, man, how that Edomite had his knee on his neck, man. You know what I'm saying? He's you know what I'm saying, he choked him out with his knee, man. With two hands in his pocket, bro. Okay, so we gonna stump them out, man. Okay? All that is coming back on them. Yep. Hit that Psalms 83, Ak. Because it was a crafty council on the tribe of Levi, man. Okay, it was a crafty council on the tribe of Levi. All right, them brothers, man. They was sending all type of Edomites, man, they way. All right. Con. You got it, King.
Hey, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 2. And it reads, For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden one. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sierra, as to Jabin at the brook Kishon, which is perished at Adur and became as dung for the earth. They say, make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeb. Yeah, all the princes as Zebah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh
Con.
my,
Con. That's a
Shalakia,
great precept. You got it.
they say, oh my God, make them like a wheel, or oh my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burning for wood, as the flame set up the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest and make them afraid with thy storm, man. That's them chariots, man. You hear me?
Shoot laser
You know what
beams.
I'm saying? People talking about them chariots, they shooting a tempest out. You ain't gonna know, you ain't gonna have no type of what to run, you ain't gonna know what to do, you gonna fall out.
Con.
Shalaka, who was I reading? What was I reading that today? They say it was rottenness in my bones. Was that that was somebody I was reading, man. They say rottenness. I think it
Con.
was
Con.
Joe.
Con.
But Salakia, man, it say fill their faces with shame that they may seek thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Con. Con. All praises. The brother, a prince of the power, he said Khan Esau had to Salakia had to flood the hood with fluoride, crack, cocaine, fast food, liquor, everything. Khan, that's the Salakia, that's the crafty counsel right there, you know. And this is my next precept. This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 9. Verse 10, Salakia, it say, For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. So Esau is going to be cut out forever, cut off forever. Let me go back to verse 3. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 3, and it reads, The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, the rock whose habitation is high. All right, so the pride of thine heart have deceived them, man. Okay, this nation is deceived, thinking they're gonna take down Christ and the angels, man. That they're gonna rule, man. That cause all type of division, man. They think that they're gonna keep us on the bottom for another 400 years. That's pride right there, thinking that we're gonna be stupid, retarded, and not even just that, just ignorant forever, man.
Hey, Con, then look at how Esau turned around and tried to flip his mistake around on Jacob. His mistake was selling his birthright for that fast food, like the Ock just put down. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah,
sold
that's
his
the word.
birthright for that fast food. So Esau want to turn around, try to kill Jake in the hood with McDonald's and Church's Chicken. You know, soon as niggas used to get out of church, we finna go to Church's Chicken, get the thing with the little pepper up in there, spicy pepper. You know what I'm saying? You gonna catch diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure. You know what I'm saying, with the fast food. But that proves that this is Esau's this is Babylon, that this is Edom. Because what Yahweh shot, they saying Isaiah 63, who was this that coming from Edom, man? Hey, well, America is Edom because this is Esau's headquarters. Because this is where Esau couldn't wait to get that food, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you living in hell right now. America is hell because you got all this wicked things at your fingertips, man. You know, you got damn GoPuff and Uber Eats. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know these people. You don't even know the people. They finna
God,
just bring you, you know what I'm saying, yo, McDonald's. They could have had the coronavirus and sneezed on the fries or anything, man. You know what I'm saying? But because Esau's so gullible, so silly, this is his kingdom, man. And though he come out of the mountains and Mount Seir and want to rebuild, man, hey, we're gonna throw down with him when we get up with him, man. Whenever the Most High ready, we're gonna throw down with him, man, when we get up with him.
Now get Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 25.
I'll read it. I'll read it. Hey, this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, and verse 20. No, what you say, Shalaki? Ezekiel 7 and 25. It says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. That's right, man. So, hey, the so-called white man, they know destruction coming. That's why you can look up videos and see Esau at some type of city hall council meeting crying and praying over Jake, saying we sorry for the sins of our forefathers. We sorry for enslaving you. They praying and crying. Even over there the heathen nations in Africa.
Hey, what's that? Hebrews 12 and 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright, man. Is that it? This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12, verse 16. It say, least there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. Yeah, man. For fast food, man. You know what I'm saying? He sold his birthright for fast food, like the brother was just saying. A prince of the power said, Genesis 49, verse 5, Simeon and Levi are brethren, instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that's the voodoo, man. And they use voodoo to get them devils off of the island, man. All right.
We was just going through that, yo.
God. What else we holding? Ezekiel 35:5. Ezekiel 35, I think verse 5. Con, I could read it too if you want me to.
Yeah, go on here, read it for me, Oxalaki, Baba Kashab.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 5, and it reads, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. Yeah, man. Because you got a lot of abominations in food ingredients, and we trying to keep these commandments to be saved, man, with the faithful Yahweh, man. And what Esau doing? He putting pork in ingredients, man, in these different ingredients, man, and calling it by different words. And you haven't researched what certain words is, you don't know it's pork. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Khan, that's what the Most High say, for the people who eat them things, man. That's why he told Salaki. I meant to say that's he told Ezekiel about the to eat put the barbecue. You know, he was making the food. He told him put the dung on the coals or whatever to burn the food, showing them that how their bread gonna beat the foul among the heathen. You know what I'm saying? So,
God,
so like 99% of the shit we eat here in Babylon or any captivity that we've been scattered through, 99.9 of the stuff is the foul or whatever. But that's why we rehearsing the righteous acts. We ain't finna just go out and just eat a McRib. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna just go out and eat a IHOP bacon and sausage breakfast special. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try our best to abstain from whatever we know got that swine in it, man. But we know that Esau and the other nations want to keep us in sin so they can succeed, man. That's why you got damn pig everything, man. Skins. You know, so you go get a bag of pork skins, pork rind, pork knuckles, pig ears, pig feet, pig tongue, ham, chitlins. You know, that's why the Most High say pay the virgin daughter back double for all of the wicked plots and schemes that they came up with against Jake to keep us in sin. Because that's what it all boils down to. Esau and the other nations in the Illuminati, they want to just stay on top of the world. They want to stay afloat. So they want to keep us in sin so they can stay afloat, man. You know? So that's why this last generation of Edomites, like Bill Gates and these families, these 1% families, yeah, these people gonna have to pay the tab for everything everybody else did before them. Just like we've been paying the tab for everything our people and them did before us. For what we did and what we do these days, sin transgress the Most High, and what we had did back then, we gonna all pay. We all paying now. So they gonna have to pay what goes around comes around, the circle of life.
that's right. I guess we hit all the angles with this video. Pretty much covered everything. You got some closing scriptures?
Khan, Shalaki, Khan. Hold on 1 second.
Khan, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 12, and it reads, "Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai." Okay, so we have to keep the commandments, man, with the faith of Yahweh Shai. We're not going to be able to take Esau down with the gun, man. Only thing we can do is hope and pray that we can be of that's that number, you know what I'm saying? So that's the conclusion of the whole matter is to keep these commandments with the faith of Hamashiach Yahushua. So with that, I hope
Hey,
this video was
Khan,
edifying to the spirit. To you, I say Shalom.
Shalaki, Khan. Let me get Psalms 44 and 4 right fast. All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 44 and verse 4. And it reads, "Thou art my king, O God. Command deliverances for Jacob." It says, "Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies and hast put them to shame that hated us." Yeah, so that was it, man. Like the Akim was saying, I hope this lesson was edifying to the Akim and to the nation, to the hopefully like, man. You know what I'm saying? With that, like, we're gonna like to bid y'all shalom.